How's it going, everybody? It's iVolt and welcome to a discussion video. Now, I just finished watching Dragon Ball Super episode 129 and this episode was actually breathtaking. Now, looking at besides the whole reused animation, because there's a lot of it, I didn't even mind that. To, be clear with you, like the actual tone of the episode and everybody talking, the dialogue actually worked so well together. Like Whis and Beerus talking back and forth, Whis stating that it's not over yet and Vados saying that it was. There's like them contrasting each other, and then Goku rose up and he surpassed his own limits again. And especially like the whole the exchange between Vegeta and Belmont, where Vegeta's like, have you learned nothing? Saiyans just keep breaking through their limits, except obviously for Gohan, because I didn't see Gohan break through his limits in this tournament, did you? Gohan Blanco, we need you. Nah, I'm kidding. But Jiren seems a bit cocky as well, because he kept like not finishing it. I guess he kept trying to, but then like Goku would just like attack back or defend or anything like that. But basically what I wanted to talk about now, besides all that, is has Goku finally surpassed Beerus? And the only answer to that would be to just look at the whole, I guess, this whole fight to begin with, because Jiren is the rumored mortal that's stronger than his god of destruction, Belmont. The question here is Belmont equal with Beerus? Is he weaker or what? Because if Belmont is at least equal with Beerus, right? And Jiren is stronger, well then Goku has to be at least equal with Jiren or a bit stronger to surpass him, which would thus make Goku stronger than Beerus, if that's the case. But we don't know that, because we know that there are weaker gods of destruction, as we've already seen with the Universe's 9 god of destruction. I forgot his name, but he's like that short one. Sidra, that's his name. Sidra seems like a weaker god of destruction, maybe because he doesn't want to destroy that much, I guess. I don't know what the whole thing with that is, but I think if there's a time for Goku to surpass Beerus, it has to be now. It's either now or never. Super is ending, and I'm gonna make a video on talking about why it has to continue as a new show or a continuation or whatever. There's no way it's ending here, right? Super is the biggest cash cow currently. We've gotten DLCs for Xenoverse 2, we're getting DLCs for Fighters. There's no way they're not going to cash in. Obviously we have a movie coming out at the end of this year regarding the original Super Saiyan God, and the original Saiyans, but there's no way. You can't sit there and tell me Dragon Ball's gonna end forever. No, it's not. Why would they end a show that's bringing them so much money? Like, have you seen how much money Dragon Ball in general has made over, like, just last year alone? It's made ridiculous figures. Like, back when it came back, like for the first time, it was like, it made a jump, right? But like, compared to what it made last year, it looks like nothing. So we've got Xenoverse 3 selling, I think, over like 4 million copies overall, like 500,000 on the Switch, and then 1 million on each platform, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this, that's just what I heard. You got Fighters being like the top fighting game on PC in terms of like sales, because that game exploded. Like the first time, obviously on launch day it had like around 50,000 people on. That might not sound impressive, but on PC the fighting games don't really do that well. Obviously the numbers are going down, but like there's just no way that you're gonna tell me that this show or something like this will not come back. Now obviously there's the whole, where do they go after this? Like if Goku is on God of Destruction level, where to go from there on? Well, you can still do fights, you can still do things. Obviously, like Toriyama always likes to implement new things. Maybe you'd still have them training. There's obviously other threats from other universes that might be seeking to assassinate Goku now. I don't know how, because we've seen the strongest fighters, but remember, okay, there's still the premise of those destroyed universes. There's still fighters from universes that haven't competed in this tournament because they weren't in the risk of elimination. There's still the explanation for the god hierarchy, explanation for Zeno's power. There's all sorts of things that I could delve into, not to mention the Universe 6 Saiyans as well. I would love to see the show come back, especially since the finale is just looking so strong right now. Like, this series has been strong to begin with, obviously not at the start because the animation kinda was a bit bad, but like, once you look past all that stuff, the arcs have been really fun. We've had Goku Black, was a great villain, but obviously at the end of that arc it wasn't that strong, I guess, because it took away from Trunks and the whole protecting his future, like his future got erased by Zeno. But I don't know, man, I just think that there's just no way that this would end just like this. Obviously the show is ending, but Dragon Ball itself is not. We're getting a new movie, we're gonna be getting tons more games, and man, there's gonna have to be a new show. There has to be something. This has to continue. There is no Dragon Ball without Goku, so if there is a new show and they make it about somebody else, I don't know if I'd watch it. Plus, like, how would you make it about someone else? Would you make it about Universe 6 Saiyans? Because I wouldn't really be that interested in watching that. I mean, it sounds interesting, but like, nah, I'm more interested in the current cast, I suppose. I want to see where Gohan's gonna go with his ultimate form. I want to see if Vegeta's gonna catch up to Goku. I want to see what's gonna happen on Earth with Oob. I want them to go past the ending of Z. That's what I want them to do. I want them to do that just so that, you know, GT is gonna be known as like an alternate timeline or whatever, or like, well, not an alternate timeline, but like, it's gonna be not canon. Okay, it obviously isn't canon, but I just want people to stop being like, oh yeah, Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan 4 confirmed. Like, nah fam, you're wrong. Like, already the events of Super itself have pretty much stated that GT hasn't happened because of all the stuff that's happened right now before the ending of Z. But to have a show, like, give them like a year or something, right? As obviously they're working on this movie. Give them a year to get some plot going for the show after Z. Actually, I'm not even gonna get into this. Why am I talking about this now? I like got so sidetracked. But let's go back to the actual topic of Beerus and Goku. Another thing that we need to see in the new series, and this is still retaining to the new series because I doubt we're gonna see this at the end of Super. We need to see a rematch of Goku and Beerus. It doesn't matter if it's like a full-on fight. I mean, it can be a full-on fight, but this time it's gonna show how much the two have progressed in terms of like Beerus going from this Hakai everybody to actually making friends. I see Goku, Vegeta, and like everybody here as Beerus' friend, because more of the times that he said he's gonna destroy the planet, it's become like a comedic effect instead of like him being serious. Beerus is mellowed down a lot, and I just love to see Ultra Instinct Goku versus Beerus. I want to see how that match would end. I want to see him train with Beerus, like Whis training them both. I want to see Vegeta there as well, so have like Whis train all of them at the same time. That would be amazing. I'd also love to see Vegeta break through his limits and get his own Ultra Instinct. That would be amazing as well. Not because I want them to be equals, but because I feel like Vegeta can also do anything that Goku can, even though he's a bit late usually to get there. Obviously him and Goku got Super Saiyan Blue at the same time, but I feel like Vegeta also deserves to get this just through training with Whis, because if Goku did it, there's no reason for Vegeta. That's the end goal that we set for them. Although I don't know how I feel about them surpassing the God of Destruction. I feel like even though they've surpassed him, well, Goku surpassed him now, that's what I think at least, I feel like Beerus will feel even more motivated now to train instead of sleeping, so he's gonna want to get back to the top, I guess, of being the ultimate warrior. But again, this also depends on the fact now, can Goku access Ultra Instinct anytime, or is he still only able to access it when he's like at the end of his, I guess, energy, or at the risk of getting, I guess, destroyed by something or someone? Because if Goku can access Ultra Instinct now at will because he's mastered it, oh, let me tell you, man, there's no threat out there in the universe that would be powerful enough to stop him, unless they go into the realm of the demons, which would be amazing. Think about it like this: they could have a show where you have the Time Breakers suddenly enter. Upon seeing all of this, they suddenly enter and start messing with the natural order of things. How awesome would that be? There's still the possibilities of even a Dragon Ball Heroes anime or something along that. Like, there's just so much that they can do. There's no way this show is gonna end. There's always more stuff to, I guess, go on. They've left out, they've literally spoken about those destroyed universes on purpose. I just think that Toriyama, I guess, needs a break, and everyone needs a break because of all these time constraints, because they've done this for 3 years. They've kept up with deadlines for 3 years, and there's no telling how exhausting that would have been for all of these animators, for the writers as well. they've done a fantastic job with the time that they've had, and I've loved every second of the show. But to conclude this, pretty much, I think that Goku has at least equaled with Beerus or has become stronger. We don't know, because like with Super, it's always inconclusive. They'll be like, yeah, he's finally surpassed him, and then they're equals or whatever. But if Goku's definitely in the state or realm of the gods now, he could take on a god without a problem. Now the question of whether he could outlast them and defeat them, or if the god would Hakai them, Goku would probably just be able to like Ultra Instinct dodge the Hakai. So I think Goku would be able to stand up to Beerus. I think that he would be able to stand up, probably defeat him, maybe, depending on how much energy reserves Goku has. If he goes in full power, then yeah, he should be able to. But it would definitely be a close match. At least that's what I think. Because like at the starting point of this video, like I said, we don't know if Belmod is stronger or weaker than Beerus, because Jiren is stronger than Belmod. So Goku has to be stronger than a God of Destruction. Now there's no way. Goku has surpassed a God of Destruction, but I'm not sure if he surpassed all of them. I guess time will tell, or any quotes from Beerus, but I reckon he's definitely within that territory to actually make Beerus scared and give him a huge run for his money, if not defeat him. But tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think that Goku has surpassed the Gods of Destruction? Leave a comment in the comment section below. How excited are you for the finale of Super? There's no episode next week either, so we're gonna have to wait a bit longer. I don't know if it's next week or 2 weeks, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching. My name is iVolt. I hope you enjoyed this discussion video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, leave a rating below, share this video with your friends, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.